I'll believe it when I see it. Because you've been having this problem for a little bit now, you know what I mean? So
yeah, but I mean, there's always, and this is what I was just telling one of my players just now. There is one common denominator I can really extract, and y'all can see for yourselves, and that's me. I don't want to be running back and forth from gym to gym for aggravation. So we'll see. I'm gonna take the summer to think about it. If I want to try to coach and play on Sundays, or if I just want to play at the Shelbourne, not have to deal with a bunch of nonsense, and then try to, you know what I mean, enjoy my Sunday afterwards. I don't know, man. We'll see.
yo, man, cut that quitting shit out, dog. What's wrong with you, dog? What are you talking about? What are we talking about here?
Yo, my mental health and my blood pressure is way more important.
Nah, of course. I'm busting your chops right now, of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Love my guys to death, but I can't babysit grown men no more.
I know that's right, man.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So what's good, fellas? Friday.
Today was good, man. I'm not sure if my wife put up a post yet, but she crossed the stage today, man. She got her master's.
That's amazing.
Yes, I've seen that.
So,
that's amazing. That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
both to witness it and to experience it with her. So today was just kind of the culmination of all that hard work, and so yeah, today was that day. We celebrated afterwards. Us and the in-laws took everybody out to lunch, and yeah, it was a good day, man. Good day, good vibes.
Yeah. Speaking of graduation, Rissa's oldest daughter graduated from college today, and she's about to become a mom in July. So I thought that was pretty dope. She's finishing up, you know what I mean, college and going right into motherhood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's pretty dope.
That's dope. Yeah. A lot going on, yeah, especially in that situation.
I know she's happy. If she's having a baby in July, that means she ain't gonna be pregnant all summer when it's hot as hell.
Right.
Yep. Kudos to her for that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
True.
Yeah, there's been a lot going on the past couple weeks. I'm seeing y'all. I'm about to just copy and paste congratulations because I'm seeing graduations, proms, anniversaries, motherhood like every other day. I'm like, come on, man.
But I love it. I love it. Like,
absolutely.
I legit love people. I legit love this time of the year because you see a lot of congratulations and all that stuff. Like, I love seeing the celebratory stuff come across my timeline as opposed to
bad news.
What was going on today that broke, and then just like from the norm of seeing like this person pass away, this person, like that it gets too crazy after a while. So to see like graduations and people capping gowns and all that stuff, and just know that next month my daughter's graduating middle school, going into high school. Like I just love this time of the year, man. I just truly love this time of the year.
Yeah,
super dope. And first of all, shout out to the Hightowers because they threw an amazing Sweet 16. I'm telling you, man. Listen. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you ain't been to no party until you've been to an event thrown by the Hightowers, dog. Okay, it's a different vibe. I'm telling you, man. It's a good time. So shout out to the Hightowers. Shout out to baby girl Kayla.
Yeah,
Sweet 16. She looked amazing last week,
guys,
man. And she had a great time as young people her age should be doing. So
yeah,
dope.
I had to run out before the first outfit change. So I missed up all that, and I missed the cake and shit. But
yeah,
it was definitely well set up. Young DJ, I didn't get his name before I left. He was doing his thing. He
was rocking. Yeah, boy was rocking.
The food, the Spanish food was good. I definitely had a full belly before I left. That's the deal.
For sure.
Love to hear it, man. Love to hear it, man.
You know what I mean?
I will tell you this, though. I will tell you this, man. These kids know how to party, bro.
Yeah.
They know how to party, bro. The last kid left out of there like 11:30.
Wow.
And we had to be out of there at midnight. So
You know that kid when he's old enough to club, or he or she is old enough to club, is gonna be one of the motherfuckers that shut the club down every week.
Yeah, man. She
You're gonna have to tell him, yo, you gotta go. It's only staff here right now.
Yeah, man. She had a good group of people, man. People from middle school came out to support because she's in high school now. So then she had that group from middle school. She had the group from high school. Just everybody was just showing love, man. And I was just so happy that she had that moment, man. It was a proud parent moment for sure.
Yeah, and let me just give out some flowers and some kudos to the young people that was there, because it was a sneaker ball, right? So it was a lot of, and we all know, like, I got a sneaker thing, right? So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I can't wear 11s. I know everybody's gonna have those. I can't wear 12s. I know everybody's gonna wear those. I'm like, I can't wear no ones. I know people gonna wear those. I get there. As soon as I get there, Heights in his suit jacket with his black shirt and his ones. I'm like, see, I knew it. So I try to be kind of basic but kind of flavorful. And I'm looking around. I'm like, okay, y'all, it's spicy.
Yeah.
Oh, nah, listen.
They was on this shit.
Listen, dog. Them kids came ready, dog.
They came ready. They came ready.
They came ready, man. They came ready. They had a lot of good energy. That was definitely a good time. And I wouldn't be the chef if I didn't have to do something chef-like at the end of the night when I cut about 3 or 4 Kayla's cakes. Okay, Kayla had about 3 or 4 cakes. She had like 3 outfit changes. That's what I'm saying. You ain't been to a party, man, unless you party with the high towers, man. Bro, and sis know how to do it, dog. So
yeah,
salute to y'all.
Listen, it's the last one for a long time. Let's just say that.
I know.
Yeah, the next milestone is 21. And you could just take her to a club for that one.
Yeah, we're just taking trips from here on out, man. That's it.
Yeah. Yo, speaking of footwear.
And now it's time for a letter from Pain.
We ain't waste no time.
Yo,
I love it.
I couldn't help it, man.
Yo.
Dear black women, 4 words. Don't you fucking dare. Listen, them Chinese slippers was retired for a fucking reason. I don't want to see them window screens on your feet. And then they had the audacity to add a kitten heel onto the back of the shit. It's like putting a fucking spoiler on a Civic. Get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna walk around with a cup of dirty water all summer and pour it on your feet if I see them shits. So your shit look like you got the measles. That shit is fucking terrible.
Oh man.
Yo, what is wrong with you, dog? What is wrong with you, dog?
I thought we were rid of them shits in the early 2000s. I'm like, word, them shits. I hated them when they was out. They went away, and now they're back with a kitten heel on it. So you just gonna add insult to injury.
I didn't realize they even came back. This is crazy.
I've been seeing them all week on my timeline, and then today I seen like 5 different people post them on different like social medias. I'm like, no.
It's coming. Yeah, it's happening.
Yeah,
it's happening.
Please, God, no.
Oh man,
disgusting. I'm so upset.
I love it, man. I love it. Woo. Not even on the show. In the pre-show, we're giving out letters.
I couldn't wait. It was urgent.
Yeah,
There's
some urgency to that for sure.
Yeah, man.
100%.
100%. Oh man.
So what would y'all do if y'all lady came in the house with those on, or wanted to go out with those on, like in the house, their house shoes? I think they're house shoes.
I couldn't see mine's doing. I couldn't see her doing that. Not even buying a pair. Like I don't even see her buying a pair. Yeah. And definitely not to be out in the streets with them on. No.
Yeah, I can't think of a place that you could actually go comfortably with those on.
No. Nope.
Asking for problems.
No. You know, Faye's very specific about avoiding the Tello ones. Like she's like, yeah, we're not doing that. You know, she's not invested in She's very specific about the footwear,
Anyone that wears those, I hope it rains while you got them on. That shit's disgusting. Remy on the check.
Remy.
I know Remy ain't wearing them. Remy's shoe game is very on point. I know she ain't wearing them damn Chinese.
Remy's definitely not wearing them. No way.
Wearing those.
No way. Remy's
wearing
wearing them.
Kia in the comments earlier too. What's up, Kia? How are you?
Kia, yes, and you're absolutely right. Cancers are absolutely the best sign. Just so we're clear, like yes.
Here we go.
Listen, it's coming up soon, baby. It's coming up soon, man. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'll be sending you the picture real soon. You know what I'm saying? I'll be sending you. I'm up next. I'll be sending you the picture real soon. Yeah,
so there's a big ass gap. That's a what 3-month gap between you and Little.
Yeah. April, May, June. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep. So don't worry. Don't worry, Hightower. I got you, my brother.
See.
That's
disgusting. That's gross.
But see, Rumby OT, man. I'm not sure if did she see him here because she don't be here like that. So
yeah, that's true. It might not have been in Boston. Please, God, don't let it be in Boston.
Maybe. I mean, Remy be outside. She be outside.
Be outside.
She's outside. See, look at that. See?
Said it was here. See. I avoid the Braintree Mall like the plague anyway, so.
Oh,
I get the feeling that Remy's on that Gucci exclusive time. Like she ain't outside playing with. You know what I mean? Like she don't buy sneakers, footwear that's off the rack. You know what I mean? Her shit's like, I get the feeling's a little bit different. She's on a high tower.
Oh yeah, her shit's flown in. I get it. Handpicked.
Yeah.
I get it.
Facts.
Yeah, I can relate. You're right.
Facts.
You're right.
Yeah, her and Jay definitely when I be seeing their outfits online, her especially like Jay, I always mess with him like you're a fashionista. She always got like the crazy shit. So.
Who?
Jay Simone.
Yeah,
definitely. They be outside too. They definitely be outside. You know what I mean?
But unlike
I think I don't want to leave this. Hold on a second. Don't do that yet. Give me 1 second. I don't want to leave this moment without acknowledging us as a people real quick, right? Because it's so important that we started this show off talking about celebratory things within the family structure. You dig? We talked about twins' graduation. We talked about the baby's birthday. We talked about all these kind of amazing energies, right? And I'm gonna be honest with you, it's a kudos to us evolving as a people. You did because the '90s we wasn't having graduation parties. You dig what I'm saying? We wasn't having Sweet 16 celebrations. It wasn't that. I think we recognized that as parents, like, we could do a little bit better for these kids. Show them that success comes with victories. Show us as adults even who are chasing those goals continuously. You deserve to be celebrated. So this ain't just about the high house flossing and buying Bentleys. They do that regularly, right? But this is really about us celebrating what Black people doing and recognizing success, evolving, being dope, personifying that. We gotta give ourselves some flowers for that evolution.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like that.
Evolution is a part of life. You see, we evolved from season 1 up to season 9, especially with the theme song. Like before, like Maine pointed it out before, I was making them shits on my phone with industry instrumentals. Then we reached out to our guy D White, and he came up with a classic like this.
Hey yo, Donut White, no muzzle. Sparring Minds live every Friday. Let's go. Look, it's Sparring Minds. If you don't know the name, look us up. You know it's all facts when you got Chef Maine cooking up a couple of brothers who know all about the struggle. Black excellence, you know we just work hard and hustle. Whenever you want that urban talk, you know we keep it real. Mr. Maritime on the mic. Yeah, you know the deal is real life. Hotel High Tower bringing you the feel. DJ Payne keep it 100. Matter of fact, keep it a mill. Let's go.
We always shout out D White, but that camera work Mike did was amazing. When I'm watching that back, that camera work was dope.
Shout out to Mike, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man. That was dope.
So look at God. It feels like that whole power intro. Like I want to change it, but I'm like, don't change this shit.
Yeah,
It's just that
it
like,
fits,
just leave
man.
it alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it works. It
Only the
works.
visual. We got to link back up with Mike and get new visuals. That's it. The song got to stay the
Yeah,
same.
The song got to stay the
yeah.
same. Yeah,
Agreed.
100%.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Agreed.
Definitely shout out to Mike
Can I
Perry with the visuals.
can I give you all a little bit of news before we dive into our show tonight? Do y'all mind?
go
Yeah,
for it.
no, always.
So so peep this. Peep what I stumbled across this morning. I thought, wow, this is fitting for today. Um, there have been 5 individuals arrested like in the last like 60 days from what I read. In the Turks and Caicos, um, of Americans who are traveling and having ammunition found in their suitcases.
Wow.
So there's a group of governors in the United States, of course, who are pleading for the Turks and Caicos to drop the charges and let the citizens go free. Hey man, you got me fucked up if I'm Turks and Caicos. Your citizens travel with ammunition, and you want me to just say, okay, it's all right, let them go. Fuck out of here, son. Respect the laws. How the fuck they got out of America with ammunition in the suitcases is beyond me. But if I find
Right.
it here, you're not going back home.
I doubt they got out of America with if it's in their carry-on. When you transport across state lines, there's a certain way you have to ship it, and it definitely can't be in your carry-on. It has to be checked at the counter, and that's what they should have done in America. But if they try to do it another way coming back, in America knows damn well, because what's his name that just got shipped out of here? Jack Jones got in trouble for the same shit, trying to bring a damn gun on the plane or ammo on the plane in his carry-on or some shit. Like, America know they wouldn't have let them go, so why do y'all expect them to let them go back to y'all and then y'all let them go? Like, that's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, we're entitled. Americans are super entitled, bro. We
I would
feel
agree.
like we should always be like, yo, give us a pass. Like, get the fuck out of here, son. Like, we gotta start doing a better job of respecting the laws of other countries.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up. Well, you find out the hard way.
Yeah,
Facts.
quick
Well,
fact.
man. Word up.
So, speaking of which, we have a guest this evening. He is none other than firearms instructor extraordinaire. It's funny. I got a quick backstory, and I'll tell it when we bring him in on how we met. But yeah, let's bring Nolan into the show, man. Let's get to it.
What's going on?
Yo.
What's going on?
Salute, bro. Salute to you, bro.
What's up?
Can't complain, man. Can't complain. Getting ready for my son's birthday, which is on Monday.
Nice.
That's right. He's turning 1.
Salute,
No, he turned
salute to
2.
young king.
2. Okay.
Wow.
2.
Dope.
And after that, I'm getting married next month. So yeah, I got a busy schedule.
I love it.
Celebrations all around, man. Love to hear it.
Absolutely.
This is the time. Like you guys were saying, graduations, weddings, sweet 16s. This is the time. This is
definitely time.
Mhm.
So, quick backstory on how I met Mr. Nolan. He and I have been rocking for a number of years. we actually met on Twitter. I don't know how long ago we met on Twitter, but long story short, we met on Twitter, and we actually ended up meeting in person at a house party. Was it like last year?
Yeah. So we both knew a mutual.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, this cat looked wild familiar.
I'm like, where are you from?
I'll push up on him. I'm like, yo, are you so and so? He was like, yeah. And then we just got to rapping again, man. And then, launched, fast forward to today, man, we were able to connect and get him on. We have been playing phone tag for a number of months to get him on here. So glad we were actually finally able to get him on, man. So appreciate your time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, salute, bro.
So before we get into our round of talking points, man, tell us a little bit about yourself, man. Where you from, how you got into the industry, and all that good stuff.
Sure. So I'm Nolan Howard. I'm originally from here in Boston. Lived in JP when I was like 3-4. Moved out in the Framingham area. Lived out there for like 18 years. After that, I came back after my father passed. Came back into Dorchester. Went back into Framingham. So I've been back and forth between Framingham and Boston for years. But then when I got back into firearms, it was about 2018 when Trump was in office. Something in my head was like, something's not right here. So I went to go get my license, and then been shooting for 6 years. I've been instructing for going on 2 years this August, and yeah, I've been kind of have a calling for teaching our people about gun safety and firearms and survival stuff, and just to get us more prepared since we always get the last 8 ball and stuff, especially in the inner city. When I tell Black people who live in the suburbs, I said take advantage of your white surroundings. Because you go a little bit more farther, you be one step ahead than the average person's, unfortunately, here in Boston, due to like restrictive laws and the wait time and all that stuff. So, but it's a little about me, yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about that. Sorry, Nolan, you'll come to realize around this show, I'm not really good with sticking to the script. I kind of freestyle a little bit from time to time.
Yeah,
So
Definitely.
I know they're like, Chuck, what are you doing, Chuck? We had questions.
Right.
Don't worry about it. I've been in more high end podcasts. Don't worry about it. You good?
Word up. I think one of the issues that I hope we discuss tonight is, the dichotomy of you playing in Framingham and Boston and walking that line with two different communities, I would imagine, you dig? And how the gun ownership is viewed there versus it is here in the hood. I really want to make sure we get into that. Do you see differences? Do you see
100%.
anything firsthand that you can talk about? What that look like?
I would say basically the suburbs, even down in Braintree and all those areas, a little bit less restrictive, more gun friendly. You do got certain areas in the suburbs are like like no. Then you go like further west, they're more pro 2A. And then when I came back into Boston, when I kind of did the address change, the cops kind of look at me kind of perplexed, like, how the hell did you get this up here? So it's like I'm with them on the level of carrying, because many of us don't carry like that legally. I don't want do a how it's like a profile type way, but it is what it is. And I learned real quickly. I was okay, so it was a little bit more challenging for a lot of people, especially for students that I had. They'd be waiting for 10 months to a year just to get their license, or even like an interview.
Yes,
Wow.
that's dumb. I think we talk to Payne often about this kind of stuff, right? And I always tell Payne, I think that because Payne is a big LTC guy on his end, he's always educating us. But I said to Payne one day, I said, I think the holdup that I've had with the LTC is that I put a highlight on myself to get further scrutiny from the cops who already are looking for me. They're already looking for me to fuck something up. You see what I'm saying? And now all of a sudden, I got the hammer in the car. They don't care if I'm, we can keep it a buck. They don't care if I'm registered. They don't care if I'm licensed. They can give a shit. They're looking for a reason for additional actions to fear for their lives. And so I think that's one of the things I really want to make sure. Yeah, it makes me nervous.
It can be when you're a gun owner. It's a huge responsibility. But for me, I've been pulled over once in Boston. That was like, I think 2 years ago, like in November or something. But it was a brother. It wasn't turned on the red light, even though it said don't turn. But it was what it is. I was carrying, but I didn't say nothing because you don't have to say nothing. And a lot of people don't know that.
Usually, if they run your plate, they can tell though.
Yeah, tell you right then and there. So it's like, don't give that. We have as a people, we have an attitude problem, because we have a problem with the local police, and I understand through the past and stuff, but sometimes you gotta swallow your pride. Even though I got pulled over around the corner from my house, it's like, what? Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I'll take the ticket. See you later. So sometimes you gotta swallow your pride and take the L and just move on and just keep it moving, than rather than trying to fight something and then what you see in the news down south and stuff, everyone getting shot up. It's like, sometimes we gotta learn how to zip it.
Yeah. For every, I don't want to say that. Like, never mind that. So I got pulled over myself by this was a white state trooper, And he came up to the car. He already ran my plate, and he was like, "Yeah, I ran your plate, and it says you carry. Are you carrying now? Where is it?" That was it. No attitude, no nothing.
Yep.
I think a lot of the times, the ones that are smart and the ones that think rationally, which who knows how many of them there are, but those particular ones are thinking, I'm getting home safe to my family, so I'm not escalating this.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he's carrying, he could tell me it's one place and it'd be another, and I don't see it coming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So a lot of times, if you stay calm, and a lot of them just want to get home to their families, and they stay calm,
everything will go smooth.
Yeah, very smooth exchange. He didn't even give me a ticket or nothing, and I should have gotten one for what he pulled me over for.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, so I want to ask, what made you want to go the teaching route, like to start doing classes and stuff like that? You know what I mean? Because it's one thing to have the information, right? But it's another thing to say, you know what, I want to start passing this knowledge on to other people. You know what I'm saying? Like that's pretty admirable. You know what I mean? Like you didn't have to do that. So I just wonder what made you go down the path of teaching.
So, that's for me from watching, Colin Noir. I met Marge Turan. He came in with Doncore. So Doncore is another brother who's a firearms instructor. So I kind of linked up with him, and basically just kept on going and going and going. And then I went to place in I forget what I go to. I think Westboro and Goal. Yeah, Westboro and Northborough out there for Goals, which is Gun Owners of Americans League. It's a nonprofit organization who's been in Massachusetts, been fighting these politicians for years. And I got instructed by a guy named John Green, a hell of a white guy, good guy, great instructor. I got into it, they got the support, that we're looking for. I got it. I just moved on. I said, you know what? Let me just get our people in Boston. Since I had an easier time in Framingham, so let me just teach our people. And every time I taught people, a lot of people say, how come we don't got this? There's resources. I'm like, it's the politics. It's what, we all vote for, that we don't pay attention to your local, elections.
Yeah.
Not the major ones. Yeah, we look at the major ones, but as Black people, we got to start looking at the small people like, like your city councils. Yeah, these are the people who write your laws. Not the president, not the vice president, because they don't care what happens in Massachusetts.
Right.
They don't care. They're looking at the country.
Mm-hmm.
So it's your mayors, it's your attorney generals, it's your governors here, that these are the ones who write the laws, that you got to really look at the policies and say, are you for me and my values, or are you just for the agenda and for what you want to line your pockets? So that's about it.
Yeah.
So I want to go back to what you said a second ago, that you mentioned that you get pulled over and you don't have to inform the officer that you have something.
Instead of message, you don't have to tell them that you're carrying.
Why is that? And I asked that because I recently got pulled over, and I probably should have got a ticket. I was coming out of a one-way the wrong direction, had no idea. I genuinely had no idea. Like, the guy pulled me over, and he's like, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" I said, "I have no idea, man," because I wasn't speeding. I was cutting through rush hour traffic. So I'm sitting in traffic, so I know I wasn't speeding. So I said, "I don't know what I did." So he told me. He's like, "Did you know that was a one-way street?" I was like, "I had no idea." I was like, "I'm just trying to cut through because all these detours."
I can understand. Yeah, you get pulled over, but when you carry, by law, you don't have to. It says in the law, you don't have to tell them that you're carrying.
Okay, because he asked me, and he was like, "Do you have
something?"
If
they ask you, be like, "Yeah," I'm like, "I am. It's on me."
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have nothing. I didn't have nothing in the car to begin with, and I know I was taught that if you had something, you let them. You just be polite and let them know. But he kind of came across a certain way, like, next time I'm like, "Well, I had nothing to tell you, so there was nothing to tell you." You know what I mean? At that point, because it was all cordial up until that point, because I'm like, okay, now you're trying to try me.
Like, yeah, that's more a traffic violation. Probably he's just trying to test you for something. But
that's definitely what we're trying to do. Okay,
yeah, that's something way different from carrying and everything. Like I said, for carrying, you don't have to tell nobody. You don't have to let them know, because they probably, like I said, they'll pull it up and like, oh,
yeah, he knew it anyway. He ran the tags. He knew it.
Yeah, so then it's like he knew, and then you just basically just pulled you up for a traffic violation.
Yeah, that's all it was.
That's what it was.
No, but you know something, man. And my feelings for police are well documented on this show. But you started out early in this show, Nolan, and Payne kind of co-signed it as well by saying, "Oh well, all you got to do is be cool, and nothing's gonna happen." Not the case, man. And Ant just defined the case where he was being super like, okay, yo, this is what it was. I don't. And the dude still got spicy with him. At some point, hey man, we don't gotta sit here and keep accepting this is a cop issue. It's not a gun issue. We'll have a cop show at some point. But
Mm-hmm.
with that gun situation, by the time we got around to that in Ant's conversation, I would have already been a little bit spicy. Nah, man, like, what are we doing? If you want to pull me over, I ain't taking us get moved. I'm not the nice guy that you guys seem to be, I guess. So I'm not. I'm really.
It's not about being. I think it's just like my father would say, "Don't be sorry, be aware." That's all you gotta. You gotta be aware. I get it. You may have a history with them, so you're like, nah, fuck yo. I get it. I get it. I have family who are cops and my thing, so I get it. I know both sides very well. So it's a love-hate thing. I've met a bunch of good cops. I had no problems. I met a bunch of assholes. I've been pulled over my boys back in my 20s. We were going speeding. All of us were from the club. My man was pushing like 120. And mind you, Stadies, we got like 2 Florida Stadies following us. Because he was twitching. He was twitching. And I was in the front seat. So it's like I had my share of experiences, So, I mean, it just varies on the cop. It varies on the cop. That's all I can really say. It's just you got to figure out how to either just avoid it. It sucks. It's reality, but we got to learn how to avoid it and just hold our tongue. As much as I want to say some slick shit too, it's like it's not worth it because I got a 2-year-old and I got a wife that want me to come back home.
Yeah.
Can we dive a little bit into the carrying at all times versus just having something at the crib for security? Because I think there's a little bit of in our community, maybe we're not comfortable carrying because somebody might make an assumption and it turn into something, right? But I do champion us having something at the crib in case we hear a window broken downstairs. Now I can go in the safe and protect my crib. Can we talk a little bit about that and what that means?
Sure. I mean, for me personally, I carry all the time, and I got guns in the crib, so I do both.
Yeah,
because you don't know. I'm not saying Lord willing, something does happen. You want to have it on you. You're better off having it than not have to use it than not have it, and then you got to use it. And you're like, screw. They're like, damn, put yourself in the jam. So it's like I carry it wherever I go, even if I went. Now if I'm going to my mother's in Framingham, which is like a pretty more safe. I'm not gonna bring it because I know I've been on that side of Framingham for so many years. I know all the ins and outs. Like I'm not even gonna worry about that.
Or like like you said, you'd rather have it than not have it. And like one of my boys, shout out Val Beats, like whenever I go with him anywhere, it's a joke now, but before he used to always ask me like, yo, you got it on you?
I had a couple boys like that too. I'm like, bro, I'm not here to.
It's not an airport or a government building or somewhere where I'm not allowed to have it. It's on.
Right.
Trust me.
Right. Pretty much.
It might be more than one.
I mean, legally you can carry.
You're ridiculous, Payne.
I'm just saying.
You're ridiculous.
No,
bro.
legally you can. It doesn't. There's nothing in the law saying you can carry as many guns as you want. There's nothing on them. You can have one on your hip. You can have one on your ankle.
Mm-hmm.
You can have one in your appendix. You can have one on your hip. There's no law.
Payne's fucking Tackleberry from fucking Police Academy and shit. You know what I mean? Like fucking Tackleberry, duh. Like yo,
I ain't that bad.
Yo, nigga. Fucking Tackleberry.
I mean, I'm gonna say to Dwayne. So if you're watching this, if you have a record, if you got a felony, bro, the answer is no. Or if you got a DUI the answer is no. I'm just being honest. Unfortunately, in this state where politics is, it's it's hard. They think it's a privilege here. It's not a right when technically it's a right. So
yeah, because it used to be really hard in Boston to get to get the license. They've gotten better. I heard. I applied.
They had to because of the Bruin code, the New York Pistol and Rifle Association versus Bruin. When the Supreme Court, I think 2 years ago, struck down they struck down the law, whatever. It was illegal. Massachusetts had to follow immediately.
Okay.
So yeah, they have to, but now they're delaying stuff on purpose, and they did. And Boston PD got sued like last year about it, and so I don't know where that stands in court right now, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know a couple.
And I got a whole bunch of questions, and I know you want to stick to the script. How you
No,
want to play
not
this?
at all, man. Let's stay fluid, man. Go for it.
So, Nolan, can you educate me a little bit on? And I imagine that you, much like Payne, lean towards I can own whatever guns I want, mind your business, right? But the
Legally,
need for people, yeah, people having assault rifles, right,
there's no such
versus
thing as an assault
pistols that
rifle.
can. Say it again. I'm sorry.
There's no such thing as an assault weapon or assault rifle. It's a rifle. That's another terminology of like a myth of like, again, politicians thinking they know what they're talking about when they really don't. Very few do because some of them did serve or cops or law enforcement. So those are the ones who actually know what it is. There's no such thing as an assault.
It's to add fear.
Well, I guess the point of it is the need for pistols to protect yourself and your family versus semi-automatic, big clips and all these kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
Just wondering where that divider line is, like between protecting yourself and something different.
So, and it depends. So, in the case in Boston, since everything's so close, I do have a rifle, AR-15 M4. I built it. I don't give a damn about the ordinance and shit. I don't care. I train anyways I do it for good purposes only. So for me, or I go to New Hampshire, stay away for that. And because Boston's so close, I wouldn't use a rifle, especially 5.56, because that would go through like 4 to 5 houses because of the bullet alone.
God damn.
And everything's so close. And then, so basically in that case, I'll probably stay with shotgun or pistol.
Yeah, they say when I took my class, the instructor was saying shotguns for home defense and pistols for carry, because you can't carry a shotgun.
Right. So it's like, that's why I say for the house, it's either you could do a shotgun or pistol basically. Now, if you're like in the woods in like New Hampshire, then yeah, I'm going with my rifle because you got land, so that can hit a tree for goodness sakes. Hopefully, even though you're not near no houses and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, I guess my question here, I guess what I wonder is why, again, if you're talking to me about, well, I want to be able to protect myself and my family in case something crazy happens at the grocery store, which this is America, that's what happens all the time. I can dig a pistol. I dig it, right?
Yeah, pistol.
Yeah, I can dig it. I can dig a shotgun. Cool, I can dig that, right? As things that should be legal. Cool, right? When we start talking about some of these larger guns, I just don't know why legally um, those should be options. No, there's nobody in the hood that needs a military grade weapon. You don't need that. If your goal is to protect, if your goal is to wreak havoc, that's a different thing.
That's a different. I mean, again, like I said, I have one because I train. I think, as our people, we need to learn every single firearm you could possibly have. Because one day you may need it. One day, if crap shit hits the fan and you stumble on one, you're gonna know how to use it. So it's not about people in the hood not having it. It's just it's your right. But at the same time, because we're kind of logical thinkers, okay, I don't need that right now. I can get a semi-automatic shotgun or a regular pump shotgun or a pistol. Because I know, these young kids, they don't have that money for that firepower. Some do, maybe. That's very small, but they're using Glocks or switches, which is illegal. So it's you don't see these kids carry like ARs and stuff like that. So
which is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I know for all of us, I know if I did bring that out, I think half of them would probably just go the other way because they'd be like, "Yo, where the hell he get that from?" Because they're not used to seeing.
Omar coming.
They're not used to seeing that. So they're seeing kids with Glock. Oh yeah, that's right. I got 2 Glocks, but I don't have a switch because it's illegal. It's a federal offense. You get caught for 10 years. But that's what they have. I'm like, okay, well, that's why you want to play. Here's my rifle. Oh shit. They're like, nah, you got that, big bro. I guarantee you that. Guarantee you that.
What is the switch on it?
I was about to ask.
Makes it
It's-
fully automatic.
Yeah, it makes it fully automatic. So it's not just like bang, bang, bang. It's like
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But like out of state, most other places like in Texas and down south, you can get that because unless you have like a license, like a fully full, like a FFL, or whatever. Some places they don't care.
Yeah,
Down
below
south.
the Mason-Dixon line is very free.
Yeah, they don't.
Very.
You can get it. It's a Glock 18C, which you can basically switch it to semi and to fully. So it's like you go on there, they don't care.
So just as a point of contention in the conversation, I literally saw, I think what you're talking about, I saw it in a U-Haul rental store. I live in North Carolina, open carry state.
Mhm.
And so I saw something about a switch or something. They were talking about it in the store. I was just they're getting a U-Haul, of course.
Mhm.
They were like, switch. I was like, oh, okay, whatever, you know. But again, I think the issue that I have with this conversation is that it's no secret to gun owners, but maybe just the general public, that the United States of America is number one by far in citizens wreaking havoc with guns in the street. We're number one and by a mile, right? And so I would like to see some kind of restrictions on ownership. Um,
How so?
I just think it's. I mean, again, I think the first step is for me. If you're going to carry it for safety and protection, okay, I can dig it. Then a pistol and a shotgun is cool. Anything more than that, I think is grossly unnecessary. It's
I
grossly
mean,
unnecessary.
got people who do competitive shooting with rifles and shotguns and pistols. So it varies. They got people who use it for hunting.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you hunting with a
It's
shotgun, whatever
I
you
get what
hunting,
you're
it's gonna
saying.
get up
Maybe
on.
from an urban demographics, I understand that. But when you got people in the woods and the boonies, or like you, I'm not saying you don't live in the boonies, but out there, it's like the rifle is the way. Because you got people who got to keep coyote off of cattle with an AR-15.
Yeah, so if you're hunting and whatever you're shooting at, and you got a shotgun and whatever you're shooting at is more than, I say, 50 yards away, it ain't gonna do too much. Like if you shoot at a bear with a shotgun, you might as well go ahead and write out your will.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you got
Shotguns don't have a lot of range. They got a lot of kick.
It depends. It depends what you do. Now, if you change the ammunition, you got slugs. Yeah, that got right.
The slugs are a little, but the shotguns with the buckshot, like it doesn't go that far.
Yeah, it goes the most 20 yards, the most.
Yeah.
Anything from slugs that goes a little bit farther, probably 25.
For hunting, you need the stopping power of a rifle, but for for protection, like you said, Chuck, anything more than a shotgun or a pistol, I think is unnecessary as well for protection.
Unnecessary. I mean, I think it's personal. I mean, it depends. Like I said, for me, I'd rather use a shotgun because if I got multiple people, one blast is going to be just enough to be like, nope.
Yeah, clear the room. Yep.
They're like, nah, I'm good. Because they're just like, yo, who, wrong house.
Yeah, I mean,
we're not going to this house. We're not going to this house. We're going
absolutely inside your house. I think a shotgun is best. I agree. Shotgun in the house is best, but like I said, we can't carry shotguns, so pistols outside of your house for everyday protection, and shotguns inside the house.
Yeah.
What about maintenance of your guns and stuff like that? Like, is there a proper way to clean them? How often should you? Is it a lack of maintenance on it? Would that cause something that could backfire or whatever the case may be?
Probably.
Just curious.
For some guns, I know for mine, I mean, I can shoot it for 1 year and clean it once for the whole year and won't jam on me. It just depends on the person. They say usually after you shoot, clean it, just to have the optimum, the highest optimist, mechanics for your gun. But it's up to discretion. I usually clean it probably every 3 to 6 months.
Okay. What is your weapon of choice, if you don't mind me asking? When you leave the house, what do you usually have on you?
So I usually have my Glock 17.
Glock 17.
I haven't gotten into Glocks yet. I need to fire one.
We can do a one-on-one day if you want. Yeah, we can do a range day.
I haven't been in a while.
Yeah, I definitely need to pull up to the range there, man, because I still haven't figured out what I want.
I got a bunch of pistols, and not one of them's a Glock. Everybody keeps talking about how Glocks are, and I'm like,
no. I'll teach you the way. I'll teach you the way.
Okay.
Because I was like, my favorite, my everyday carry weapon is a little 380 that fits in the palm of my hand. But I also love my first gun because it's my first gun, and it's a Walther PPS 9mm.
Walter's great. Walter's fun.
It's very smooth.
I had a PK 380. Should have never got rid of it, but I wanted it for my Glock 17, so I was like, okay.
Yeah, see, I gotta get one.
So it depends. It just depends. Whatever you pick and you choose, that is your preference again. But for me, I carry my Glock 17, and then everything else is in my case if I'm going to the range or anything.
So,
Hightower, you thinking about getting your LTC? I heard you mentioned you looking for something.
No, I already got it, man. I just need to find something to call my own. Me and the wife got ours together, so we actually just renewed our.
To these white boys, I know this is when you live in the suburbs. This is when you have all the friends of the white boys who know all the stuff, and they teach you all. Trust me, you'll thank me later.
Yeah, so yeah, it's definitely on my list, but I don't want to just go buying something blind. I want to actually, play around with it and be like, okay, this is what I'm comfortable holding this. I'm comfortable using this. This is what I'm gonna get tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Don't get stuck in one lane though.
Yeah, I just gotta get the first one out the way, and after that, it's whatever.
It's like an addiction.
I have multiple calibers, and it helps because I never understood how recoil worked until 40s and 9s are similar, but not exactly the same. 40s are usually a little snappier.
And 3 ACP and 9 are more similar because they're identical.
Yeah, so I have a Ruger 40. And I let my ex shoot it. She has really small hands. It was easier for her to shoot the Ruger 40 than it was for her to shoot a 22. 22s have no recoil. But the Ruger was so heavy, it didn't have kick, so she could aim it better.
Yeah. Full size or mid size have no recoil. So you have better recoil and manage it than compare like small ones that have you have huge recoil, like a 38 special snub, massive recoil. 357 massive recoil, but you can control the mitigate the recoil with 2 hands. So it's just the full size. I have full size guns. I got big hands, so for me it's easier recoil, manageable recoil. Than to me if I got like a Glock 26, which is like a 45, that recoil is just like boom. And I have big hands, so I don't like the way it feels for me because it's like super super tiny. It's like for me, if that's the case, I'm gonna shoot it with one hand then.
Toya, yes, you are slacking. I've been telling you for like 2 years to go get a gun. She got her license and no gun. I've been telling her, go get the damn gun.
Yeah. So we'll talk a little after. If y'all want to talk, y'all, I'll be more than happy to talk.
We got all his contact info on the screen for y'all, his IG, his Twitter. And let me say it for the people that can't view it, that'll be listening. You can catch him on IG at 617 Defense, on Twitter at 617 Defense LLC, or on Facebook at 617 Defense. And then his website is 617defense.com, and his email is 617defense@gmail.com. So it's all very simple. You can find them nice and easy.
Sticking to the script.
Sticking to the script.
To a T.
So we did have a couple questions, and some of them some of them are pretty similar. So one of the first questions from David. Oh shit, Hightower. Look at that. He's asking about what's the process in getting one, and then Rich Pitt also talking about he's considering getting one. So if you can expound on that a little bit.
Yeah. So first one, you got to take a class. It could be a basic firearms class. That one is basic pistol. That's like depending where you go. I know Mass Firearms. That's like an 8-hour class, but the new formula, the way it is before, we just go in, do the laws, know all the different parts of the firearm, how to hold, how to unload, process that, and then you would go to shoot. The 22, whatever, the pistol, whatever for your live fire, you would have to get in 5 shots in these circles. That's one way. Or you could do the home firearm safety, which I do. It will teach you how to load and unload single action, double action revolver, a shotgun, and a rifle. The laws, basically in Massachusetts. And then there's a new what they're trying this July, dropping new stuff. It's more about suicide prevention.
Really?
Yeah. So that's another thing with society, people, and it's like all these politicians do. They talk about, oh, we got to get the guns off the street. Well, how come you don't talk about suicide, which is the other 54% of the problem? So if you're going to talk about it, let's talk about the whole thing. I just talk about war. People like, you just talk about the whole thing. Let's talk about how mostly about 88% white men, middle-aged older men, would kill themselves, and they're legally owned, they have no problems, and stuff like that. So there's a video that teaches you, hey, if you think about doing suicide, talk to people who also carry, can take your guns, take them apart, put them in the safe, or give them to a friend who also carries, keep it away so you feel better after you get away from that depression. You can, talk to the cops and get it transferred back to you, all the other stuff.
I think there's a part of this conversation that we're missing, that we're not touching on, which is, and it's because of a large percentage of the country has this love affair with guns. Payne has been telling me forever. He's in that group of people. Nolan, obviously you are. I think even Hightower and even Chef would lean that way. But we
No,
don't
no,
talk
no,
enough
no.
about the social.
Time out for a second. Chef
You're not
ain't.
that way. You're not that way, Chef.
No. Listen. I've experienced. I got grazed before across my stomach. So as I'm saying, I've never shot a gun in my life before, but having a case of where I almost could have potentially lost my life behind that type of stuff put a different type of energy in me. Like, I've never held a gun. Like, I never touched a gun. I'm curious to see what that's like, but no, don't put me in that. I'm glad I'm getting educated by brother Nolan, because maybe he can help take some of that trauma away from me to make me want to even hold a gun. You know what I'm saying? More or less.
I mean, I would love to. I don't mind it. Like I said, I go with people. When I testified in front of the Senate committee of last year about all these new gun laws that they're trying to pass. Chris Warwell, who's one of the vice president here for the city council, there was a bill that I liked. I was like, hey, he was trying to get kids from 17 to 24, people of color, from getting intervention stuff. So I was like, all right, well, if that's the case, I like it. So why don't you just push it back to like 10 years old to 24? Get someone like myself who's a firearm instructor that look like these kids. Then they can gravitate and have an interest. So that's one way you can do it.
Yeah, I struggle with this, guys. We don't put a good enough highlight on the social impact of gun ownership. Right? It's
because we've been
a lot of
traumatized
responsibility
for
there.
years. It's been traumatized by police. We always had the accountability of like Big Auntie and everybody in the street. Like, what the hell are you doing for? And we had accountability from the older generation, so we didn't really needed that. Or we had some old timers in the crew who's like, yo, what are you doing? Like, if you were in sports and music, they would keep you in that area and check you. So it's different that's why I'm so vocal when it comes to these white people. It is a different perspective that you all need to really pay attention, because it's not just the old white man thing. You got black people here who really shoot just like you guys. And I'm trying to make these politicians like really pay attention. Like, hey, listen, like, don't ignore us, because right now they about to go on they're about to jump ship for y'all. So, and nothing's being done, nothing's being changed. So
I had a question for you
about.
So Massachusetts is concealed carry, right? That means you cannot see. No one's supposed to see your gun, right?
Technically, Massachusetts is open carry, but you're better off. That's just a lot of lawyer and a lot of money.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm all right. So
I'll be more than happy. I'll be happy to give you some stuff.
Yes, please. Because the class I took, but it was years ago when I took the class, but they were saying it's concealed carry, right? And then
it is concealed carry. It is concealed carry. It's open carry, but you don't want to do all that. So you're better off just keeping it concealed.
So do you feel it's better? Do you feel open carry is better or concealed carry?
It depends. Like, if I want to train like my draw time, I would go open carry for myself in my house or out the range. But I also took a class that also technically carry concealed 2 through like 4. Conceal it. It's just I'd rather have the conceal for the element of surprise.
Yeah, so I find it, and this is just like personal experience. When I've gone places that are open carry, people kind of carry themselves different as opposed to concealed carry because they don't know they have it on you. So now they could be plotting on you. If you're open carry and they see that gun on you, they'll think twice before they're attacking.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah, like I said, it just depends. Like if I went down south, I'll be open carry all day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but I would have like a level 3 holster on me. Like, ain't no one trying to sneak up behind me. There's a difference. So, you know, that would definitely be me. I would have like a leg drop on my hip. It was like, nah, you're not gonna touch my stuff. So, like I said, they say armed society is a polite society.
Time out. What kind of holster you have?
So there's so many holsters, bro. There's so many. There's so
there's
many.
certain holsters
You got
like
inside.
Angle
You got inside the waistband, outside the waistband. You got appendix. You got even the shoulder stuff ones for shoulder. You got the ones that like the detectives wear. Like you can like the shoulder strap ones. You can put your pistol here and your ammunition here, and put like your business suit over it. Like there's so many different. And then you got the heavy, like the military heavy. You know, out the waistband ones. Like you know, for level 2, level 3 ones. Like in case you like if you're carrying a rifle. As your primary, that would be like for your secondary, like for on your outside hip and stuff like that.
Payne got a couple of those.
No bullshit. No bullshit. I got a shoulder holster.
I'm not fucking surprised. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no.
It's and this is why I like to teach our people because they're like, yo, how come we don't got this? I'm like, well, it's the politics.
Mm-hmm.
Like you gotta say, well, it's too far. Well, you're never gonna learn if you're gonna stay stuck in Boston because they're not gonna do it for you.
Yeah.
So it's like, and there's only one gun club in Boston. It's the one in Fields Corner, Boston Gun and Rifle, and that's been around since 1978 or 1971.
Yeah.
But that's for Boston Police Academy for them to qualify in the MBTA police transit. That's it.
Yeah, the rest of them are out in the suburbs. The rest of them are out in the suburbs.
I was gonna say, so the one in Fields Corner is not even open to the public.
Nope.
No, you have to. I mean, you can take it, but you have to pay like $180. I used to work there, so it's like. And you have to have your license to be a member, like to shoot the.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's the only run. But if you go to like Mass Firearms or Holliston, on Target and Drake, where I like to go to, which is right next to the border of New Hampshire, you can shoot your rifle up there. You can shoot slugs up there. They don't allow bird shot. I seen white boys shoot like 308, and the echo was just like, it's crazy. But this is when the restrictions are less. Yeah. And you don't have to worry about that.
So, I lost my train of thought. So there's always negative stigma around guns and gun control, right? Can you tell people that are listening or watching anything that's positive, aside from protection, like positives of having your license to carry?
It opens up a whole brand new world for you. Hunting, definitely. That teaches you patience, something way different. And then after that, once you get into hunting, you can go right into archery, and you don't even need to register that.
Yeah.
So that's a whole different experience I'm going through. It's like hunting. I haven't hunted yet. I got my turkey license and my deer license, so it's like, and my bow license. So it's like. So then you get into other things besides just shooting. Everything ties in with one another. And I took a survival course, reading a map and a compass.
Yeah,
everything intertwines with everything, really.
Even just going to the range for me is like therapeutic. Like I because you're so focused on hitting that target, you forget about anything that's bothering you outside. Like it's you and the target. You're trying to get better at it and critique yourself and figure out how to aim better and your stance and all that stuff. So
it's multiple things. I think for the people listening, if you're listening, it's an eye opening that it's gonna kind of get you pissed off and say, "Yo, how come we didn't know about this before?" And where can I find more resources for this? And how do I go about it? And then you become more engaged on the political aspects of, either you being unenrolled as a Democrat or staying unenrolled or being a conservative. This is when you really start to pay attention. You really start to focus on what's going around in the city and saying, well, wait a minute, well, why are you saying you're this, but then you're doing this? Like, I know I was reading an article on the Dorchester, I think the Dorchester, whatever, Ben Russell and Chris Warwell's constituents who are, Mattapan, Dorchester, and Rice were saying to them, like, hey, how come I can't? Why are you making it harder to get my license? It's already hard enough. So they're getting the earful right now, and it's just, it's not looking good for them. And you got this new gun bill that's dropping in July that it's going to affect even more people in the inner city and even in the suburbs. But it's going to hinder a lot of people. Like once July hits, and it's just outrageous. Like they want to make everybody do live fire in all the places. I'm like, you guys don't have the capacity to do it. Like Massachusetts is like a desert when it comes to ranges. You got 4 is probably for the public, and then everyone else. So you have to get, you got to get invited in. You got to get a sponsor to get you in and to accept you. And it's like it's they're trying to buy your way out. And right now, Creed, her name's Creed and Monero for the House and the Senate. They don't see eye to eye on certain things, so they're in discussion right now behind closed doors, which is kind of BS, which the public needs to know. So the discussion all about this new gun law that's happening, and hopefully this July is going to be passing. And the people that I know who work with these guys and the politicians, they don't know yet. They're like kind of putting from the back burner a little bit. So we don't know. Everyone's left in the blind. I'm telling everybody, listen, if you got your license, you can get your ARs, just put it in the system, and just wait until they do, because it's going to be harder for everybody, and everyone's going to be pissed. You think you're going to be pissed now? Just wait till July. You're going to be more mad. I'm going to be like, I told y'all. Told y'all what to do. Y'all don't want to listen. Y'all wanted to procrastinate and stunt. Now you want to get mad at yourself. Well, I'm not trying to be like an a-hole to my own people, but you know how we are sometimes. So
it is what it is, man. What can you do?
Yeah.
Well, we up against it, fellas. Unless y'all want to keep going, but we up against the clock.
Now, I definitely would like to talk offline, because I'm definitely curious about just that whole aspect of it. Even just, I guess, just popping my cherry with just shooting a gun. Like I've had some curiosity behind that. So
for you, I would definitely shoot you off like with a 22 just to get the factor, and then we gradually work up to your 9, and then the shotgun, and then the 5.56, and you'd be like, ah.
See, I learned on a 38 the first time I shot, because I was working for Brinks, so that's what they trained us on, a revolver 38. So when I got my first gun, I was like, they let us shoot a 22 also, and I was like, I'm never shooting one of those ever again.
I mean, 22 is good just for fundamentals. It's a fundamental. Yeah. Like if you're an instructor, most instructors tell you if you're trying to become an instructor, you can qualify with your 22.
Yeah.
You don't have to qualify with your 9 or 45 unless you want to, but you're better off just shooting with the 22 because there's no recoil.
Yeah. So it's a lot easier to once you
that
first shot, you're not resetting your sights that bad.
No, right. What is a 9mm? It's like, okay, I gotta shoot, boom, okay. Oh, it's coming back down, boom. That's when you have to just kind of like, you gotta time it. You gotta time to so.
What exactly is recoil?
So when you shoot the gun and the barrel comes back, that's when the recoil of the gun, moves up. So basically, you have to kind of control it. Because if you can't be loose with the gun and just and then that's how injuries happen. You can hurt yourself and you possibly kill yourself. So you don't want to do all that.
You know how every rapper talks about the kickback?
Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
That's
Okay.
That's recoil. Okay. But in the class, if you took my class, we teach you how to do recoil, how to mitigate recoil, how to proper stance for my isosceles. And then you got your weaver position for more of a defensive, but that's later down the road. But most people, I tell people, just do your isosceles straight, kind of don't lock your arms all the way, but a little bit, but just move a little bit forward, stand down a little bit, slant down a little bit, but move forward move into the with the recoil, and the recoil is your friend. That's why I tell people with shotguns and rifles, your recoil is your friend with the shotgun and rifle. Pistol, you don't have to really worry about that much. So,
Now,
yeah.
you don't teach people in the movies. They give you this facade of in the West Side, you turn your gun to the side. You
Don't do that because you snap you will break it. You will break it.
That's a movie shit you see, and I always wondered, like, do people really shoot their
have
guns?
fun with the 22. You
Right?
want to do with the 22? Have fun with it. Anything above, like even from 380 to 38 and above, no, you want to use two hands. I mean, you can shoot one hand, but take your time with it.
Yeah,
but
I tried that.
It's a lot.
I tried one hand with my 45. It was hard.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was definitely.
People do competitions for bullseyes and stuff like that. So, but they're proficient. But
that's what I want to get into too.
That's when you, like I say, if you want to do competitive shooting, that's a great exercise. That's another great thing because it's now your multiple targets.
Yeah.
You're moving, you're shooting and going on the same time. So now it's like peripheral vision. It's next, what's this? And it's like I said, when you get into it and once you get your license and stuff, it's like, hey, let's go to the range. You want to go on competitive shooting just to look at it, to be like, wow. Again, here we don't get that much resources because if you live in the suburbs, you have these resources. You'll be more exposed to it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, as people, we need to go out and vote for your regular small elections, not the big ones. Yeah, the big ones count. It's great, but you got to look at your small people in the city council. These are the ones who do all this stuff. So, that's another thing that's our hinder. Like I said, we have so much trauma in gun history, unfortunately. But I think that's more the older generation, and I think the younger generation. It's up to us to teach the younger generation, like, hey, like, respect the gun. This is what you do. This is how it is. And they have classes for children too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Like NRA, like I said, that's the positive I'm about to say. These are the positives that people don't say. Like Eddie Eagle, which is the NRA for the children, teach like, what do you do when you see a gun? You stop, tell an adult, yada yada yada. There are positives. They're like, there's over 2 million. Even there's over 2 million defensive cases that you see, but the news doesn't show it because it doesn't go against the narrative.
Yeah, I can see that.
So it's like I said, I get it. This is why it's very wishy-washy. It's good and bad, but like the positive is that you got me teaching kids, hey, listen, let's do this. In order to stop homicide, we're not gonna stop homicides, but if you can control it, I told these politicians, open up another range here. We need more ranges. We need education. We need places where these kids can know so they can respect it.
Yeah.
You could also stop homicide by taking all the guns off the street.
You're never going to take all the guns off the street. There's more guns than there are people. That is impossible. No disrespect. You sound like a politician, bro. It's impossible. You get a bunch of people who live in the suburbs who don't walk in the hood, who don't know nothing about us.
And even if say you do, somehow another country is going to sneak contraband over the border and get it to people illegally.
It's big money involved. Yeah, it's big money involved.
You don't, like I say, our own people, our own government does all this stuff, bro.
Yeah.
You're never going to stop it. But if you can control it in our neighborhoods, that's the only way you can really do it. Like, if you look on these rich white towns, like in Wellesley, Newton, like all these places, they don't have crime because they're super strict. But they're also relaxed out there. But it's at the same time, it's like you don't see nothing. So like here, it's like another day. Damn, someone got shot. Over there, like it happened in Northborough, unfortunately, a 16 who got killed. Yeah, those are two immigrants there. They shouldn't be there. So when something happens out there, it's like, but the here it's like, oh, it's another damn day. So it's just, you never I tell people, gun laws are not going to save people. Crime is everywhere, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's what are you going to do? Are we going to teach that? Are we going to teach our kids this and respect it, or are you going to be like California? That's like a crab hole, and then everyone's leaving, and the criminals are running rampant, and people leaving California here in Massachusetts as well.
So just I just wanted to tell, because like I said earlier, we up against it. I just wanted to reiterate to people where they can reach you again on IG at 617 Defense.
Yep.
Twitter at 617 Defense LLC.
Correct.
Facebook at 617 Defense.
Yep.
And then his website is 617defense.com. And his email is 617defense@gmail.com. So reach out to this brother, get that gun class going, get some shooting tips.
Yeah, my next class is in July because I was supposed to do a class Sunday, but it was low attendance, so I had to cancel it. And then June's my wedding, so I won't be around. But after June, the week of the 24th, I'm available. If y'all want to come, in June, if y'all want to come, we can talk. Be more than happy. We have actually, I'm also the president of NAGA, which is the National African American Gun Association. We have the chapter here in Massachusetts. So I'm the president chapter up here, and we have a range day in June 29th in Manchester Line in New Hampshire. So we have it for like an hour and a half. We got 6 to 8 lines rented already out for us. And there's like a private location, probably for like a cookout after. So it's $30 for non-members, $25 for members. If you want, y'all can email me too about that. I'd be more than happy to talk about that.
Dope.
That's dope. Word. That
dope.
That low attendance thing, I don't get that. Ladies, go get your LTC.
I mean, I've been told. I told ladies. I mean, we have me and my boy Antonio, and for the ones who said they're urban shooting expert, that's my boy Antonio. That's not me. But we do work together. We do host classes together. So to make it a big class, I think the biggest class we had was like almost like 20 people. And this was back in like November. So yeah, we do classes together. But it's all the same thing. We tell ladies, I'm like, listen, just get your license. You don't have to buy the gun. Just get the license.
Yeah.
Put the application. It's going to take forever. I'm sorry. But if you live in the suburbs, it's going to take you 4 months. I know I had a class. We had a student who she lived in Milton, a sister, 2 weeks.
I got mine in 90 days.
Wow.
Because Milton's just administration work. Milton, right next to Mattapan is administration work because there's nothing happening in Milton.
Yeah. And I'm in Brockton, and I got mine in 90 days. And Brockton, Brockton ain't the whitest. It's not a suburb. It's like shit happens in Brockton.
It is. It technically kind of is because it's not in city. It's not like in Boston. So you got it within like the 3 months, the 4 months. Like I said, Framingham. I lived in the south side of Framingham where all the people, the crime and stuff happen. Not the north side of all the rich white people, but it's just. That took me 120 days. And I got my own sisters behind me. Yo, get your damn license. Well, I'm like, just get your damn license. I got 7 guns. You can pick one. Like, you're good. And she got it. It took her 4 months.
Yeah.
That's another thing. That's like, I still got students who live here in Boston are still waiting for their like interview. It's been like a year. It sucks. But because that's why Boston, they do it on purpose and they got sued. I have to renew my license actually like next week.
Wow.
Rich said he's gonna be emailing you for the class, and he appreciates this.
No problem, everybody. No problem. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
Oh man, this was dope. This was super educational. Super duper.
Definitely. It's man again, like I said, y'all can reach out to me. Hi Ty, you know. I said, we know Kitrick and stuff, so we all can hang out. If y'all want to call me. I'll be happy to give you my number too as well.
Sure, man. I'll be.
Hi Ty, he has it. He can give it to. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna add you on IG. I'll be hitting you up. I need to get some more tips on aiming because I'm blind. So.
Where are you? My question is this: how far are you shooting?
15 yards.
Okay, see, the farther it gets, the harder it is. But
yeah, that's where I struggle with 15 yards. Anything closer than that, get it.
I try to tell people most firefight comes from 0 feet to like 5 feet. So I'll be like, hey, we're gonna do 3 yards, then 5, and then 7. And then we'll get to 10. Then we're gonna gradually get. So once you get the down pack of okay, I know my darts at or my iron sights are at. Excuse me, my iron sights. I'm hitting the target. Okay, let's go back. Same thing. Because when you have to qualify for the pistol, for the basic pistol as an instructor, you got to hit it from 20.
Wow.
But this is when the 20 yards. So this is when the 22 comes into play. I've done it. It's not really hard. I was one away. I missed it, unfortunately. But it's not really hard. You just have to really take your time and focus.
Because you should have been here on time. Keep it going. I just got here. Go back and watch. Go back and rewatch it on Facebook and YouTube. Run the numbers up for us.
Word up. Word up.
Dusty, you live in Georgia. Well, I don't know if he lives in Georgia, but
Yeah,
he lives out.
Yeah, he's at Albany, Georgia. He
He don't got to worry about this stuff. You don't got to worry about nothing.
It's open carry down there. So
it's open carry. So it's
good.
just everybody in Boston. Like I said, really just it's about to get real tough in the next like 2 months. You think, like I say, you think it's hard now? Just wait. You're gonna be like, what? I mean, I got some links that I can show you all. I'll be happy to send it to you. If y'all can text me if you want, I can write down my number 508. Or I can put in.
Yeah, I'll pass it over.
We'll get the number.
Yeah.
I was plugged in. We'll get the number.
Yeah. I'll share it.
Definitely, because you're gonna be like, what? This is what's going on. Be like,
before we get out of here, right? Instead of all these emails and stuff like that, I think it'll be a good idea if you pull up to the pre-finale party on the 30th, mix and mingle with a couple of people, and us at Howl at the Moon. So it'll be on May 30th at Howl at the Moon. What's the address, man? High Street.
Oh, Howl at the Moon.
184 High Street.
Yeah.
184 High Street. Pull up. And just say you're with the Sparring. I've made it so where they can pull up and say they're with the Sparring Minds or the Sparring Minds list, and they can pull up, hang out from 6 to 11, come down and party, half price drinks, and free buffet. And no, what? I'm not cooking. I'm not cooking that day.
I may have to go back there.
I want to reiterate
my birthday. I went there for my birthday one day, and it was lit.
I mean, so
I've never been. I thought Howl at the Moon's out for some reason.
No, Howl at the Moon's in downtown, right next to the near like the Coast Guard area.
Yeah, and if y'all have any questions, like it says in the banner, feel free to DM us on the Sparring Minds page, and we'll get y'all that info. But we do have a flyer we've all been posting, so it's also on there. And you can also DM us individually just to find out, and we'll get you the info from Maine or if we already have it.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I won't be there. I forgot I'm going to the Tank and Carrie Hellison and Colin Thomas with the wifey.
Ooh. Hey, it's so many concerts. My God.
Yeah, that's what's happening this 30th. I was I'm like, darn, I wanted to go. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to the concert.
Yeah. Enjoy that night with your queen, brother. Absolutely.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
But anybody, I know we ain't got little here. Anybody got a mirror time or anything similar?
I was gonna say pardon shots.
Well, I will say a quote from Franklin Maurice Hatchett: "Guns don't kill people. Stupid motherfuckers with guns kill people."
Exactly.
So get educated, take the safety courses, and fucking really listen to the safety courses, because some of the videos I seen of people having accidents that they show them safety courses,
trying to be funny, trying to be dirty.
Really? Like you didn't really like take your time and like think it through. But yeah, no, for real, go get educated, and it'll make a world of difference.
Yeah, hit up Nolan, y'all. He can give y'all some free game, man.
We don't want nobody cheddar bobbing themselves. So no,
yeah, don't hit up.
No cheddar bobbing yourself, man. Please.
You have to laugh at you and get you out the house.
Please stop. We don't want that at all.
Nolan, man, appreciate the time. Appreciate the info, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you. Yeah, definitely hit me up. Give the guys my number. I'll be more than happy to answer questions. Again, my wedding's June 15th, and then that's Father's Day the next day. And then so that week of the 24th, I'll be available. So if y'all want to do stuff, we can take a trip up to Drake on Target. It's like $25 a person, but it's worth it. You can shoot my rifle, shotgun, even my MP522 if you wanna. And my pistols, and just to get the comfortability.
I'm with it.
So
I'm definitely gonna sign up, man.
At a range, you just can bring. What do you just bring your license and that's it to shoot?
Yeah, yeah. You can shoot, or you can pay $200. You can pay. Was it for them? It was like was it 200 or 400 for the year? No, I'm sorry, it's 400 for the year, but it's 200 for every 6 months. But you can bring up like your AR-15s if you have some. They have guns that you can rent there. You got to fill out a waiver, but it's like it's just worth it because again, you open up your eyes like, damn, I got to drive 45 minutes. Yeah, but this is when you need to be more active, and we need to be more active in our community.
All right.
So I'm trying to get trying to work with the map. I'm working with. I know another guy. He's running for in Somsert, Mass. We're trying to get these big name politicians from the Mass GOP. They're gonna be coming to our range day event. I gotta go to Mansfield Gun Club actually on the 29th. So we got Governor Deal, who was running against Maury Haley, Representative Steve Xerio, a couple other people. I'm trying to get some Democrat brothers. What's his name? Jawan C. Meeks, I think. The brother who's running for U.S. Senate here in Boston, the Democrat. I invited him. So we're trying to get people. We're trying to get this rocking and rolling so everyone can come. We can teach these politicians and educate them instead of making assumptions. They know what the hell they see. So
word.
Oh, word up.
So that everyone can come and really express your concern, especially from a black view. As black people, we need to be out there. I know we don't trust the government, but when it's your right and your stuff, you need to really get out there and really say, hey, you're not gonna make bull crap stuff anymore that doesn't affect you in your suburban towns. We get affected here. You try to do all these policies and it's not working. So what are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
Then you have to really. Then they're really gonna start looking like, oh crap, we really gotta work. Yeah, you do. So like I said, I was the only black person when black instructor there who was testifying, and they were just all oh crap, what the hell? No, seriously, when you got a black instructor who lives in the hood or close to it, and you saying all these things are working, and it's not working. What as a white politician, what are you going to say to that? You can't. There's nothing you can say.
Nothing you can say. You're right.
So we all have to be active. So,
any parting shots before we get out of here, fellas?
Get your LTC.
Get your LTC.
That's it.
Get your
LTC, man.
Shout out to Little, couldn't be here with us tonight. He's on that grind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shout out to Little.
He definitely would have. He definitely would have enjoyed this conversation. Too, man. So, and again, Nolan, man, can't say it enough. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you for pulling up and chatting with us. Hold up.
Let's go 154 in the books, fellas.
Yeah, we did it.
First person shooter.
Yes.
Bang.
See y'all next week and on the live on Wednesday.
Yes. Y'all be safe out there this weekend.
I'll holla.
Holla at you.